Hi there. I just want to do a quick update on the Fuerte tree, the 5-year-old Fuerte tree. There's a lot of changes that's been going on, or that's happened in the last 2 months. 2 months ago, some of these branches, these horizontal growing branches, flowered and set some fruits. It's dropped a lot of the fruits that set. Which was very early. It was quite surprising that there was flowering so early, but as you can see here, there's a few fruits that set that actually stuck. Now in the past I had a lot of fruit sets on this tree and it's just weaned it all off. It's never bared fruit or bore fruit, and so there's a whole bunch of little BBs. I'm saying a whole bunch, maybe about 8 in total that I've counted, and it didn't look when I like it was going to flower on the rest of the tree. I did the video about 2 months ago, the last update video on this tree, and all of a sudden you can see there's a whole bunch of flower buds starting to swell. And I just want to do a video on it, on how it's looking this time of year. It currently is the 16th of May. Just gonna pan out on this tree. He has really grown sideways a lot. Also have gained some height. This is about the highest point, which is about 2 meters high from the ground. I'm 185, so it's just a little bit higher, taller than me. And I mentioned in the last video that I was going to clear some of the lower branches out that was touching the ground, just to encourage oxygen flow through underneath the tree, and so I did that. There's some really nice swollen buds over there, and there's more. It's all over, so this tree should be pushing flowers within the next 2 to 3 weeks. I presume, or I assume that that's going to be about the time frame. Just going to zoom out, pan out this way. So this is what the tree's looking like at the moment, and I'm really proud of this tree. It's really looking good, growing fast, looking really healthy, and I'm really hoping that some of those early flowers set. You can see maybe even with those flower buds, maybe even 2 weeks, those might pop in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, with those other fruits sitting, I really hope this season, even if it's just one fruit, it'll be cool to have something. And see the branches up top starting to thicken up quite nice. And all in all, I'm really happy for this tree, that it's doing so well and it's looking healthy. I did the boron application. I didn't make a video on that now, but I did the boron application as soon as those 2 months ago, as soon as those first bunch of flowers started to flower. I gave it a nice boron spray, and hopefully that boron will have now photosynthesized into the tree, or with the photosynthesis has been taken up into the leaves, up into the tree, and will help strengthen those flower stems, and help create pollen, and yeah, just hope for some fruit sets. So yeah, this was quite interesting that I had this one horizontal. You can see when I pull it like that, there's this one big horizontal branch. That branch flowered, only that branch. There's a branch on this side that was sunburnt, that got injured over there, it also flowered, but all those flowers fell off. And yeah, so let's see, maybe these few BBs will sit and turn into fruit. That would be nice. But the actual flowering season, the main flowering time of this tree will start within the next three weeks, I guess. I think then it'll start flowering full on. So yeah, I just wanted to make a little update. It's nice to do these updates for myself to fall back onto. I was in a bit of a struggle in my mind the other day on this Pinkerton tree over here. Someone asked me, when do I know if the fruits are ready? And I said like around about 12 months. And then I was like, crap, the Pinkerton had about a six almost 7 month flowering period last year. It flowered from late Feb all the way to October, I think it was. So some of these fruits set early March, and some September, late September, early October. So if we look at the fruits, you can see this would have been some of the earlier Pinkertons. There's an earlier Pinkerton. There's that one's starting to get nice and dark green. And this was a late one, but this one's quickly gotten nice and big. There's a smaller one, so that would have been one of the later ones. Just want to show you the late ones. Would have been this one. It's still light in color. It's still it's big. It's still above average size, but it's above average for commercial sizes. But yeah, for this tree, this is still quite small. So this was one of the later fruit sets. So that's just my point in making these videos. And then I remembered, okay, I have made a couple of videos last year about this tree in its flowering phases or stages. And there's a massive one. This might have been one of the first ones. So I'll probably pick that one first. But then I counted the months since the video when this thing flowered, and it's only about 7 months ago. So I still got another 5 months to go for these fruit to hang to reach its full potential in a year. So I'd like to pick in another 5 months, I'd like to pick the most mature looking fruit on the tree. But thanks to the videos that I've made in the last year, I can go back on and see when these fruits, more or less the month which these fruits have set in. So probably 10 months down the line, I would have forgotten the time that this fruit, if this fruit happens to make it to a bigger fruit, I can go back and see when it was a little BB, and that way I can monitor and regulate my fruits and when I want to pick them and what is the optimal hang time. So all of that I'll do updates on. But yeah, generally everyone says with Pinkerton 12 months, but you could probably pick it. I know the commercial guys pick it much earlier. That's why the avos that you buy on the shelves are absolute rubbish. I bought Pinkertons 3 weeks in a row now, probably over 20 avocados, and they were all just absolute rubbish. Some of them don't even ripe even after 4 weeks. They just shrivel up and they get rubbery, and you got to chuck them in the compost. Other ones do get ripe, but really watery, absolute shit. And it's a pity that commercial growers have no control over that. They just want to pick the stuff, and not everyone, but a lot of the big commercial growers, or don't know if the stuff gets imported or it's local, but the quality unfortunately on the shelves in the stores are absolute rubbish. We haven't been getting good avos this season at all yet. I haven't, and I go everywhere I go. I look at what avos are on the shelves and I buy some to test them, and honestly since February end of January this year. Up until to date, I've eaten multiple avocados. I eat about avocado every day, and my family loves them also, but we just really haven't been able to get our hands on anything good. So I'm really excited to take matters into my own hands, let my avos hang 12, 13, 14, 15 months if it has to hang that long, to get up to optimal oil content and flavor and so on. So yeah, that was actually just a quick update on this Fuerte, and it's on its way to flower. While I am here, I just want to do a quick update on the Hass also. There's a nice Fuerte graft that I made on this wild seedling that I planted. The one on that side doesn't look like that one took, but the one on the right here is definitely taken, and I'm hoping to have a Pinkerton over there in the near future. Also about a month, maybe a month and a half, 2 months, no, maybe a month ago, I did an update on the Hass, and just look at the difference between a month ago and today, how these flower buds have swollen. The Hass is looking really good. These flowers, some of them are gonna open. You can see there's some flowers that's gonna pop within the next week or two. So really excited